Hello everyone, my name is Delene Grant and my life is in danger in Canada. Several murder attempts have already been made on my life so as to ensure that I am silenced. To cover up for Bell Mobility, MANULIFE Insurance Company and systemic racism, this also includes the lawyers. This is part 1 of 3. Please bear with me. There's a lot of information, but I'm going to try to go as fast as possible. Please feel free to pause at any time to read because everything is there so that you can understand. I'm just gonna try to give a summary of the slides so as not to be too long. Okay. First of all, I'm just gonna jump ahead. It says here, the Mobility, MANULIFE Insurance Company, WSIB, the medical doctors, they are all responsible for everything that happened in my life thereafter to cover up their deceptions. This included murder attempts. Okay, I'll bring something forward, which appears on other slides. But just so you understand where I'm going with this. Motor vehicle accidents, there was no retribution. So there are 2 motor vehicle accidents. One occurred on July 2nd, hit and run, rear-ended while I was at a stoplight. This occurred at 3:56 p.m. August 8th, there are 3-car motor vehicle accident. I was actually driving my vehicle for the first time since the first accident of July 2nd. This is now August 8th, 2019. I drove my vehicle for the first time to physiotherapy. I will get into more details in another presentation. Okay, that coming from physiotherapy. Again, while at a stoplight, I was rear-ended. This occurred at 3:56 p.m. Ain't that strange, eh? First time driving my vehicle, again, as I said, okay? And an eye-opener on both incidents, the paramedics and the medical doctors refused to attend to my injuries. I didn't understand. And then a couple months later, you see I got a injury lawyer who the lawyer called me. Okay, I will go into more details where that is concerned. He took my case, both cases, and he said I should not speak with the auto insurance company. They can be complicated. They will take care of it. The lawyer named Mark Law. So he said that sometimes it will take up to 2 years. So I left everything in his hands, and then a few months shy of 2 years, I was told that I should find another lawyer. They did not open any claim, nothing for the 2 motor vehicle accidents. Nothing. It's as if the accidents didn't happen. Please feel free to read. Here are the pictures, and I get into more details as I said. So this is my side. There are 2 of us in the vehicle. I'll tell you about that in more details. So the first vehicle that hit and ran, okay, there was no paint on the license plate. This is just a license plate, a picture of not his, a picture of another license plate. I just try to show you what the paint, it was stripped of paint. It was like this. All numbers and letters were like this. This is paint, no paint. So that's the vehicle that hit and ran off. Okay. And then this is a 3-car motor vehicle accident. 7 of us were involved in this accident. 7. The speeding Murano, the hit the Hyundai, it had 5 people in it, and it hit my vehicle. Okay, the damages to my vehicle was over $10,000 for this accident. Okay, I will get into more details and okay. So the insurance company, Aviva Insurance, denied both accident claims within 5 months of accidents. No medical report on my injuries. Please feel free to read. I only received $3,488, and I didn't. Long story, I will tell you in another presentation. Thank you. So April 14, 2021. And this there was a reason. I'll give you a better picture on the next slide, but just letting you know that this lawyer named Mark got all the information, details of accidents. Here it is, pictures and all, everything documented and sent to him in October of the same year. Okay, so there was a reason. I had these two cases in the courts, and based off information I had, my company Bell Mobility would have lost the case. So Bell Mobility, okay, so long-term disability and wrongful dismissal. So you're a two motor vehicle accident, and then this lawyer is going to tell me, after he took my cases in 2019, that he's not going to represent me for any of the cases 2 years later. Okay, there's a reason there for the motor vehicle accident claim. He said there were no documents were filed. No documents filed on my behalf, for the motor vehicle accidents. None at all. Okay. It's as if these accidents didn't happen. All right. Details to follow. The above was brought forward for a reason. It was a result of the evidences I had on mobility, MANULIFE insurance, WSIB, and the medical doctors that contributed to the loss of my job of 20 years without severance. Okay, how did this all begin? Discrimination over the years at Bell Mobility. Below are a few events that took place at Bell Mobility. I could not include all. This led to a workplace injury, right? I started working there in 1998 permanently, and to the year 2018. Okay, your highlights. So discrimination. I discriminated Bell Mobility for years, resulting in work-related injuries led to termination without severance pay for 20 years of service with only 26 days notice. Bell Mobility trying to cover up because of evidences I had in my possession to prove discrimination. I did not expect this company or system to go this far. Bell Mobility violated the Canadian Human Rights Act, Occupational Health and Safety Act, Labor Relations Act, Employment Standard Act, and there could be other violations. Please feel free to read. Go through and read. Okay, thank you. There could be more. You may be able to identify more acts while I'm going through. All right, so my place of work was Bell Mobility Inc., located at 509 Creek Bank Road, Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Employed for 20 years, as I previously stated, and terminated in 26 days without severance pay. 26 days meaning from the time I got a warning letter, right? I only got 3 warning letter and the termination letter. All happened in 26 days without severance pay and with a work-related injury. I held 6 positions. It didn't have to be between 1998 and 2018. My career path is accounting, and I was not in accounting. I just wanted to get my foot in. But over the years, that's part of the discrimination. It's like I was not good enough for that department. Okay, so I moved fast between 1998 and 2000. And 2000, right? So this is grade 3, then I was promoted to grade 4, then I was promoted to a grade 5 between 1998 and 2000. And this is when discrimination started. And it's like as if I could not move anymore. Yeah. So I stayed in the position until the supervisor recognized. She tried. Reasons, there are other reasons. She tried, and when she became manager for a different department, she took me on her team. It was more like a lateral move and not a promotion, if you notice, still a grade 5. So I was in grade 5 for a long time, couldn't move. I will go into more details later too on why. So discrimination continued. After there were a lot of layoffs going on, some supervisors and managers were laid off. So then my discrimination continued from 2011 through to the time I was terminated. So in 2016, I was demoted. The height of discrimination, oh my God. You will see that this was so wrong. Okay, and then terminated in May 2018. Just gonna give you a rundown of the departments. 1998 regular activities department. Yes, I was I was from an agency. The agency sent a group of us. My batch consisted of 80 persons, and then after we worked on the project that we were sent to do from the agency to Bell Mobility, for those who were exemplary in their work, right, including myself, we were taken on by Bell Mobility, right? So I was made permanent in 1998, June 1998. Okay, batch, only five of my batch, five of us of 80. Please feel free to read this information. Just showing in 1998, my work has been good. I got 4 to 5, one of the many. Okay, regular activations up to August 1999. Didn't stay there for long. So here I was good report. Your accuracy is excellent. My productivity has been consistent increases, 0 late. Keep up the good work. Okay, please feel free to read Corporate Activations Department, September to mid 20. I didn't stay at this department for too long. Okay, so this supervisor, his comment on me was that Dylan is a very helpful individual. Anyone knows me up to today, I'm still the same, helpful, and she truly takes the concept of one and done to another level. Delane has been, you can go into that detail, but I'll go here, and it says that Delane has restretched with her accuracy and she has 0 leads on file. It's 2000. Delane is a very meticulous person and believe that it is because of her persistence to be thorough that she was chosen by the BSC to assist within their department. You can continue reading the rest. Okay, it says you have had an excellent start of the year and I look forward to working with you to achieve your goals and your objectives. Well done. Okay, so Business Service Center, mid-year 2000, discrimination began under new management. Okay, 2001. New management, 2001. New manager, Eileen. Changing of the guard. Eileen was Caucasian. My other managers, they were Caucasian, but this, I'm bringing this out. I am not racist. I love men. I love everyone. I love people, right? Men, women, whatever color you are, I do not discriminate. I'm pointing this out for a reason, okay? Just to show you that race was a factor that held me back at Bell Mobility. New manager, Eileen, Caucasian. Changing of the guard, one of the best managers, Andrea, Caucasian, very beautiful lady, beautiful inside and out. She went on maternity leave and was replaced by a new manager, Eileen. No support for my illness. Eileen had no support for my illness. I had to work on the floor of my desk. I eventually, she made changes in our department by putting other supervisors, I guess, had to move on to a different section while she took her friends on. Her friends were unskilled in as being as like a supervisor. They weren't trained for the position, but they were from within my department, and they were placed on in various positions in the department. One of the supervisors was I will give you more details further on. I could no longer move to a higher position within Bell because of this manager and what she did. Okay, so I have Mary Lou before the changes. She was, when Andrea was there, Mary Lou was my supervisor, and Mary Lou made mention that Delane continues to maintain a friendly and positive attitude and she accepts feedback well. Please pay that 10. You notice I've not changed. I've been consistent over the years. She's supportive of any process improvement within the BSC and strives to achieve her objective. Delane is aware of the importance of developing a sense of urgency and focus on her support responsibilities. Okay, Delane is ready to start her day promptly. Yeah, I encourage Delane to monitor her absences. You can read you can read further the information there, right? But this was I had a medical issue which was later diagnosed in 2002, right? This is 2001. Okay, so I wasn't deliberately or stopping from work. In 2002, because of new management, I could no longer, it did not affect my work, eh? It did not affect my work, whatever the illness was, right? I'm a very hard worker, but this manager, Eileen, did not want me to be off, especially when they got Manulife insurance involved. So I had to, please feel free to read. I had to make up the time. So if I have a doctor's appointment or if I'm sick, I have to make up the time. I have to make up the time in my lunchtime or after work, you know. Okay, so it was July 2023. Okay, 2002. And then when this Dr. U.S. Chuck was my fourth doctor, and that's when he discovered that I had endometriosis. He tried to stop the bleeding. I was bleeding every day. I was anemic and in pain. It's just crazy. It was crazy. He gave me a Lupron injection because he wanted to operate, but it did not cease the bleeding. I was still bleeding. 3 months later, it was unsuccessful. So I was still being off work. If I have to go home, or if I just, left early, or if I have doctor's visit, see, I made back the time. Okay. So we got a new supervisor, who was Elizabeth. This is a friend of Eileen, the manager. She didn't know cellular. Her major at work was paging. She was a paging rep, but she became the supervisor for the cellular system, which you'll have to learn. Okay, so here, this is proof that while I was away sick, I would send this in, and the hours made up, and then I would have to send her an email to state what this is all about. So I was working by the time, okay, and recording it. So things were so bad that they had me working on the floor of my desk in pain. If I have to leave work eventually, I still have to make up the time. But most of the time I'm on the floor at my desk. Very embarrassing, very humiliating when everyone's seeing me on the floor. Yeah. So here they have it. Say I'm not making up stories. They have it. Say that her surgery is scheduled on January 9th. Yes, because I was anemic, so they were trying to get my blood level up. Say that she forces herself to work, but she is on her knees when she comes to work to get her periods. Now, please read, because I did not force myself. I was forced against my will by Manulife Insurance to return to work in my condition. I knew my condition, and I would not suggest to remain at work. I knew my situation. All right, I highlighted information because they said that I said on her knees. I was on my knees when I come into work. No, I was never on my knees. I was actually sitting on the floor at my desk in pain when I was told I could no longer be off work with my illness. 5 months. 5 months on the floor at my desk in pain. Very humiliating. I actually had emergency surgery. It was no longer January. It was in November 2002. It wasn't January 2003. The doctor had to call emergency surgery, and I will get into more details next another presentation. Okay, so here Elizabeth was my new supervisor. There was something that I had created while Mary Lou was my supervisor. I was the least seniority on the team. I was a least, and I came on the team. I like to find ways in me to make my work easier. So I found a process this is encouraged, challenge the status quo, they would say. And I presented something that will make it better for the team. And Mary Lou commended me, and I guess the teammates didn't like it because I was only minority, and the one, and also least seniority. So how dare me? I just came into the department to basically do something which none of them were able to do at that point in time. So whatever I did, I was appraised by Mary Lou, but then when Elizabeth came on board, whatever they told Elizabeth. And in a meeting, here it says, I was confronted at a team meeting. I was told that the process improvement should be abolished. Abolished, right? So then at the year end, I realized that Elizabeth wrote, Delene has been a strong member of the support team for a while now. With such experience, I would like to see Delene come forth with more process improvements, etc. Another skill set I would like to see Delene focus on is thinking out of the box, as it's sometimes as thinking out of the box, as at times she seems to struggle with this concept. I didn't struggle in my work. I always say if the cap fits me, I will wear it. But here she said, I was a bit surprised, but what she said here, or however, when Delene was approached about such ways of thinking, she always been open to feedback. So I didn't retaliate. I did not retaliate, right? I just asked her. I did not understand why she said I think out of the box. So I did ask her, right? And she was told that it was the process improvement for the team. So then I was saying, if she could be reworded, because if others see that, they would not think that's what she's really talking about. But I was told, I'm not removing it. The process improvement was not important. It was an important tool for the team. But Elizabeth comment was malicious towards me, because this is malicious to say I struggle with the concept of thinking out of the box. Okay, what do you think? Okay, here it shows I'm exceeding in my work and meeting, I'm doing well. Okay. In 2003, we had a new supervisor, Julie. I was too trustworthy. This was a major turn in my life. My God, about mobility. This supervisor, I was so happy. She was knowledgeable. In less than 6 months, Elizabeth was replaced by Julie. It's one of her friends again, but Julie knew cellular. Who found my process improvement and realized it was essential for the team, therefore brought it back to the team. Julie was the one who took charge of my process improvement, which was also instrumental in resolving an escalated issue that was directed to our department. With my process improvement in place, it was confirmed that the issue did not lie within our department. So it was good. So Julie took it over, and Julie told me that since it was my baby, my creation, okay, she said that if she's off work, like vacation, sick leave, for whatever reason, I should take it over. Okay, but I'm thinking, was this a supervisor level creation I did? I don't know, but the fact is that the supervisor was handling it, what I created, and it was helping the team. Right. So, Julie, this was a mid-year, right? I did the operation, but there was still an ongoing issue. There was a bleeding. I had fibroids, endometriosis, but I had also fibroids, and the bleeding fibroids were still around. It was a bleeding fibroid, and so I was still being off and making up the time. But then I'm gonna enlarge this on the next slide. This comment here, you notice I am still meeting requirements here. However, mid-year, Julie commended me on a job well done. Despite my circumstance, my illness, we had a great rapport, right? during our one-on-one sitting, there was no negative views, none at all. I was asked to sign my performance report. I did because I trusted Julie. We had a good one-on-one, and I was on our way back to the department, you know. I asked her, did you write in the comments about me? And she said yes. So I decided, I said, can I see it? When she gave it to me, Julie said, Dylan's attendance over the past year has affected her overall performance. Yes, notice I'm meeting requirements. I didn't fail. It affected her overall performance. It has also affected her peers, and it falls back on them as they have to cover for her when she's away. For the second half of the year, I want to see Dylan focus on being at work and finding quicker ways of doing things. That is TD Bank. I am looking forward to working with Dylan over the second half of the year. Now, was this supervisor actually penalizing me for my illness? You understand me? Yeah. And the thing about it did not affect the team because I was working at the time. It never affected the team. Never affected the team. And where the TD Bank thing is concerned, it was never brought up because ever since she came on the team, I told her that the department that forwarded the information for me to work on TD Bank is always late. So if it's always late, it's impossible for me to get out on time. For all the supervisor need to do is to speak to that department so that they can be on top of their game so that I can get it. So when that department is late, this supervisor is now penalizing me, which was never ever brought up in that one-on-one. Never. So I asked Julie, why we spoke about good things about me in the meeting, so how come there's nothing good there about me? She said, oh, there was not enough space. There's only certain amount of characters, and so there was not enough space to hold the rest of information. Well, I asked her for another meeting, because there was no bad report when we communicated, and only bad report is on this right now. So I asked for another meeting. Okay. And I came with my proofs. So sick leave validated and presented to Julie. Okay. So I did tell her here, please feel free to read. I said, is this amount really correct? I said, I was just reiterating on our meeting and amount of sick leave that I had since last year, July. 45 days. So this is actually 45 days here. So I please feel free to read. Okay. And as you can see here, I brought up everything. I was 1 day sick, 1 day sick. And this is my short-term disability when I did my operation. And again, I was still not well. And as I said, I made up the time each time I was away, except for the short-term disability. Couldn't make up this time. It was 40 days. Short-term disability, 40 days. Okay. So I made up the time in February, made up the time in April, and this was doctor's visits. Okay. Doctor's visits. I wasn't off work because one problem was rectified, the pain was gone, but I was still bleeding. I'll get in more details. Okay, I had to do another surgery. This was it wasn't a major, it was more minor, right? And I actually, for the visit, the doctor, vacation days and hospital, I used my vacation, I used my vacation days, doctor, and vacation day for the hospital too, right? Okay. And I was being penalized. Wow. So this is my year end now. my year end, it shows that I'm still meeting requirements and all that and exceeding and all that. And it says Delina has definitely proven this was her comment herself to be an important member of the support team. She has received many accolades from her colleagues from her proactive and thorough investigative work. You notice I've not changed. That word, these have been following me from ever since 1998 and 2003. Delene is great in sharing new information with her team. Yes, I'm like that. Yeah, I'm not selfish. Yeah. Now that Delene's health has improved, so has her attendance. You can please feel free to read the other. But unfortunately, this was a deception because although she gave that, because I approached her for whatever her intent was, and she wanted to mar my reputation, and I called her out in the mid-year. She actually had placed a malicious report on my character on my employee's file within the year 2003. I saw this in 2017 for the first time, and I knew something was wrong because I was discriminated. For those who want to jump on, as I said, the bandwagon, right? I was discriminated, not by everyone, but I'm pointing out Eileen was Caucasian, Elizabeth P was Caucasian, Julie Caucasian. So these three, okay. 2004, Vicky Italian, and yeah, she was different from the others. She really did not pretend to dislike me. I felt hated, and she definitely made sure that I did not move. I didn't go anywhere. Vicky, Julie recognized that I knew my work very well, and then Vicky, there was a new section, and that it was created for a reason, and I was asked to assist that team, so I did. But Vicky, as if she was making sure that I would fail. So there was no help, but thank God for my teammates. They showed me the way, and I was successful. Okay, there was no performance reports from this, no comments rather from the supervisor. She had no comments on me, but as you can see, I was meeting requirements and exceeding in some areas and all that in 2004. They hired on that team. This team was a higher salary team, eh? So they hired. I did better than a lot of others who were hired, but I was told by Vicky, oh, I was only on loan. I have to go back. I had to go back to my grade 5. This was a grade 6 team. I had to go back. Okay. 2004, just want to point out here, Vicky, okay, she became a supervisor eventually because she became my supervisor because Julie moved on and she took on the support team. So she had one team grade 5 and another team grade 6. Okay, so because so Julie, who was doing the project that I created, right, the supervisor, with 2 teams, I guess maybe she didn't try to know about the project, but what she did, she created higher positions for all the senior reps. I was next in line for like a promotion, so all the senior reps except me, anyone from it stopped at the person before me. It stopped right there. So everyone else got a grade 6 higher salary, and I was demanded to train one of the senior reps, which is Winnie. She was Asian, beautiful person. Winnie and I got along. It's not her, it's just Vicky told me to take my project, my baby, my creation, and train someone who got a higher position for my project. Yeah, the same project. Oh my God. So Vicky was also part of discrimination, denying several of my opportunities. Oh yes, a lot. This continued for a while, where I had to train others who eventually were promoted to higher positions. Yeah. Okay, 2005 to 2008. So, interest shown over the years that my goal was to be a part of the finance, the revenue department, retail, new supervisor, 2005 to 2006, assisted the finance department. Um, I assisted the finance department twice and informed management every year of my career goal. Assistance received from Rita in 2007 when she became manager of a newly created section within our department. Rita is Italian, right? But she treated me fairly. Took me along with her on a new team. This was a lateral move, and immediately approved my tuition to assist towards my CPA. In 2007. So the thing is, I started, Eileen would not reimburse me for my tuition. It's there. The company, it's on the company's website, but Eileen did not support my education. So I wasn't getting. Rita tried to get the reimbursement. She spoke with Eileen, but unfortunately, Eileen said no. So as soon as Rita took me on her team, I was being reimbursed. Yes, she gave me my tuition. So in 2005, this was Rita. Rita wrote, Delaney, in 2005, you have demonstrated very many, valuable work ethics. Bring it up closer. Many valuable work ethics. You are dedicated to getting the job done and you do it correctly. You are open-minded and approachable, makes you a valuable team player. Now, I told you I have not changed. If there's any change in them, I must be better, not for the worse. You see, it's been consistent, all right? And again, I did well in my position. And here it shows that I was acting, revenue, this was finance. And I did a lot of projects, a lot of acting, you know. In 2006, mid-year, I think. Mid-year 2006, yes, Rita wrote again to say Delina has been involved in a variety of projects, yes, this year, and with each she has done a good job. Delina is accurate and thorough. Delina spent a lot of time training newest representative on our team with TD and Moneris transactions. Okay, so this is this. So you come year end of 2006. It was said Delina was a great year. She takes pride and ownership in her work. Delina needs little supervision, but is great and engaging. Please feel free to read the rest. Get Delina always. You can always count on Delina to get the job done right and accurately. For those who know me today, they will know that I have not changed. Not changed. I'm a very good worker. Okay, so these are some positions I applied for in 2006 or even up to 2015. There it is. I have assisted this department on 2 occasions and applied many times up to 2015. Just showing you my interest. Yeah. I started school in 2006. 2007, Charmaine, new supervisor. Charmaine was black. Is black. So here it says, Delane, is great working with you over the past few months. I find you to be very dedicated in your task and a high regards for accuracy. I'd like to encourage you to continue to remain focused. All right, so she was my supervisor when I went on Rita's team, because Rita was not the manager. Okay, and in 2008, okay, shall we move on to the contracts desk? That's one of the highest positions. She was supervisor there. So I got a new supervisor, was Jeffrey. Oh my, you can please read this. Jeffrey, I guess something was on my file, because as soon as Jeffrey came on the team, I was disrespected. I felt hated. Yeah, oh my God, Jeffrey Caucasian. I was mistreated by Jeffrey. Yes, And that was like the first part of the year. The latter part of the year, I had Roland, who was Italian, and the respect was there. He was a true leader. He recognized my worth. I was not treated inferior, and I was encouraged to continue towards my goal, which was finance and accounting. Okay. Here's more detail. Please feel free to read, because Jeffrey was in his intent was to continue to abuse, and he made up stories on me and my character, and place things, wrong allegation. Please read. He actually told me, he wrote me up falsely, and I told him I couldn't sign. I lied to myself. And then he actually said whether I sign or not, the report would be added to my employee's file. Yeah, he was bent to continue to mar my file, not recognizing that it was marred then, but I felt something was wrong. It was Roland who actually, they had planned to fail me for the year, because if Jeffrey failed me, it's an automatical fail for the year. But it was Roland who actually stood up for me, and I ended the year in good standing. And he was the one who encouraged me to apply for the contracts desk, because he said that my skills were not being utilized. I was maliciously withheld in the support position for almost 7 years, and Jeffrey had plans to ensure that I remained there. Yeah. Thank God for the angel. Yes, Roland, you're an angel. Who encouraged me to apply for one of the highest positions in my department. He monitored the situation for fairness. So, Roland, I didn't even get a review from my mid-year from Jeffrey. But year-end, Roland wrote, Delane is looked upon as a leader by her peers. She played a pivotal role in managing support, workload, and ensuring the equal distribution of the jobs, right? Our attention to details is also reflected in our accuracy and the customer feedback we receive. He mentioned that I'm currently pursuing the education in accounting, and I've already reached level 3 with excellent results. Yes. Anyway, please feel free to read further. Okay, 2009, after 8 years in support role, which was a grade 5, I was finally promoted to one of the highest positions in the department, which is contracts there, grade 7. Charmaine was the supervisor there. No supervisor again, so supervisor changed, black. Charmaine had her before, and she had good comments on me. Okay, all right, so good comments continued. I was promoted during the time they were doing layoffs at Bell Mobility. The layoff, there was no manager when I got onto the team. Charmaine provided good comments on my mid-year. So she said, Dylan, dedicated, focused, and hardworking employee. She's passionate about giving best-in-class customer service, and always aims for 100% accuracy. You can finish reading. Then it says here, mobility, which is non-unionized, the managers were laid off. Okay, so as I said, there was no manager when I got there on the team in 2009. Okay, here, whatever is said here, in 2008 to 2009, 2008 to 2009. This report, I think it's for 2009, but I just kind of backtrack, right? There was an increase, 2008 to 2009. Yes, they were increased 1,000. Okay, so although employees were being laid off, in 2008 to 2009, there was an increase. So 1,000, I guess, as he said, it says here, they acquired the source. Okay, so 1,000 employees, I guess. I know in 2009, there were layoff going on. So I can only assume here that when they mention about the 3,500 employees for the source, right? managers were being laid off. So I'm thinking this was a reason why there was an increase. See here, 51, so 51,000. There was an increase of 1,000 employees. Their details did not indicate the layoff. Please feel free to read here. It did not, there was no mention of a layoff here, and it tells you that 45% of Bell, only Bell Canada is unionized, but Mobility isn't unionized, only Bell Canada. Please feel free to pause and read. Okay, so 2010, Charmin still giving good, I'm getting good result, and she's still giving good comments about me. So from 1998 to 2010, still good results. So this was mid-year, and it says, Delene, it's been a pleasure working with you since joining BSSD, which is contracts desk. I am happy to see that you maintain excellent results in your quality and accuracy objectives. You can continue reading. And then it said, and then it says here, please also do not forget our goal. I think your goal of becoming an accountant or to work with finance. Okay, I got, this is the information here I retrieved. Okay, and the latter part of 2010, my supervisor was Thomas. Okay, Sherman moved on to another team, which is also a part of the contract test, but the team was divided. So Thomas became my supervisor. Shami moved to the other team, right? And Thomas says in his year-end report, Delane, you have displayed accountability not only for your own workload, but also for the team's workload in ensuring it can finish reading all that. And he spoke about that my attention to detail, which is evident in your accuracy and quality scores being an exceed for the year. So exceeded for the year. Okay. So this is 2010, the same report that I just backtrack and was doing 2008, 2009. So 2010, you please feel free to read. As I said, there has been layoff going on. All right, so between 2009 to 2010, managers were gone. Okay, and please feel free again to read this information. So between 2009 to 2010, there was a reduction. There was a reduction because there was more layoff going on. As you can see here. In 2011, major shake-up, yeah. Bell was on the move again. This time supervisors were being laid off. So without a manager, without a supervisor, everyone became concerned. So a campaign began to solicit a union to represent the employees, the non-management, that is us at Mobility. So Mobility fought back. Yeah, employees, informants on behalf of Mobility joined the union as delegates. Yeah. To acquire the names of all employees who signed up for the union. These names were given to Bell Mobility. Bell Mobility had an on-site job fair and hired customer service representatives who were bribed and encouraged not to join the union. We lost union by 2%. So here, just to show you, Barb, sorry Barb, no disrespect intended, just have to get through this because yes, as the conversation here, when during text, I said, remember Barb got through immediately when you had a struggle, then years later you were finally be approved. Barb was also injured on a job loss like myself and Rose is not Caucasian. Rose and I basically considered minorities. So then Rose said, I thought she got management's blessing since she helped the union. Bingo. Yeah. So I totally forgot. I was just thinking, okay, maybe it's just her because she's Caucasian, but no, she helped the union. Okay. This is proof. And also David, as Rose said, and good morning. I was thinking about we texted yesterday. I remember David Tech got fired from Bell Mobility after he lobbied against the union. He won. All right. Okay, so just to show you that people came on into the union and got our names. So this was for me now, not knowing all this at the time, right? Please feel free to read here. I won't go into it right at this point in time, but here you can see that we lost the union. It says the results are in, and 2.9% of the workers voted not to have a union in place. So Bell got the job fair, hired these people, gave them perks, and then we lost the union. See, we lost by 35 votes. Okay. Okay, it's just kind of backtrack a bit. I started school in the evenings in 2006. Tuition reimbursement received from Bell Mobility for the following years because of RIDA. RIDA. I got reimbursement 2007, 2008, 2009, and 2010 I was off school, so I returned to school there's a reason why I was off. I returned to school in 2011. Tuition was approved, reimbursement denied. Tuition was approved, but after the union, not realizing because of the union, I didn't understand why my tuition was denied. Okay, so just to prove to you that tuition paid, I was reimbursed. Okay, in 2008, and same here, tuition paid. See, notice basically $1,000. And it does not include books, right? I was reimbursed. Okay, and then 2011 I was approved, and then afterwards, after the letter, the union, we lost the union. Bell Mobility decided to decline my tuition. Was approved but denied. Yeah, and this was the amount. Okay, because things had raised. Okay, and this is education and assistance program. I can't enlarge it, but it's all about the fact that if I'm supposed to get reimbursement to prove that what they did was malicious. Okay, I retrieve it on this date. Okay, 2014. I did not receive a mid-year or year-end performance report in 2011. Supervisor still Charmaine, no manager. Okay, still doing well. Out of 13 teammates, I was ranked in the positions, second. Okay, in 2011, based off the supervisors, please feel free to pause and read. There's a reason why things are detailed here. Okay, 2011. This is the information. It says the total number of Bell employees at the end of 2011 was 48,550 up to 43,400, as well as an increase in workforce in our field operations service to support our ongoing broadband fiber deployment activities. We were next, actually. No manager, supervisors got laid off. Okay, so here, just to show you the major increase, the details that I have there already. So I already summarized, but please feel free to read. The job fair that they had is not just whatever they're saying the increase was. It was about the job fair too, from 50 to 55,000 to 5,000 people added. Okay. 2012, major layoff of employees in 2012, but the company realized major layoffs, including those who were employed by the job fair, about 1,000, everyone on the ground floor, about 1,000 people were laid off, right? But the company realized that my department could not be laid off with the others because our position could not be outsourced. We deal with companies. Instead, we are penalized because of the union. All opportunities were denied. We were being set up to fail. So we were being penalized. Okay. our job could not be outsourced because we deal with the companies, we deal with provincial, federal companies. So this privacy issue, so we could not get laid off. But they tried another way. Our department could not be outsourced, as I did make mention, right? But we could no longer receive certain incentives such as tuition, gifts, etc., since we were now despised by trying to enforce a union. So we were transferred to another building while they deliberate how to get rid of us. They eventually realized that they would have to create a new system and train others within Canada before we could be laid off or fired. So I inquired about my tuition and I was told, in a nutshell, within John's organization, the tuition fund has been used to invest in various internal programs. These internal programs didn't benefit us. We had nothing. It wasn't for us. So our department was taken away from our department. Please feel free to read. Okay. New manager, Montreal, French. I have to put her name. She was so deliberate. Daniel Corbin, Caucasian. Okay. I'm not mentioning those who really actually did me wrong. Caucasian. She is French also. I love French, so I'm not against. I don't speak another language. I would love to be. I know a bit of Spanish, and I would love to know French or Italian. I'll welcome any other language. So here I'm just pointing it out that this manager did not know me. She was in Montreal, okay? She was assigned to a contracts desk in the central region, and we are English, the English side. Okay, exceeded in my year-end performance report, but did not receive a copy. 2012. I was unaware of the time that Charmaine, the black supervisor, Mississauga, Ontario, Central Region, had to report all my movements to Daniel Corbin, the Caucasian manager, right? The ability to use Charmaine so as to cover up racism. So in other words, whatever went on, how can I prove that this is racism because my supervisor was black? But please bear in mind all her good comments about me from the past compared to when Danielle got involved, okay? Or since the union, because you notice that she assigned my tuition and then it was denied. Just pay attention, please. Tell me. So they're trying to be smart, huh? So anyway, so here it still shows this was not the year-end report, but it still shows that I was doing well, right? But here I was on loan to another department and it says my productivity was 0. Now the way they're calculating things now, remember I've always been sent on loan to other departments. I sent to finance, I sent even to the dealers off site. I have been all over, but yet still they would not give me what I want. I want to be in finance. So here I'm helping a department and they're bent to make sure that I failed. When I said I was on loan with another department and my productivity is 0. So doing the calculation, it will affect my results, right? 2012. So here, please feel free to read. It talks about, I said here, I'm in agreement with this report in 2012 since it had made mention that the increase was partly offset by a decreased workforce across our Bell Wireless, and Bell Wireless is Bell Mobility, right? Early 2012, approximately 1,000 employees were laid off from the ground floor of our customer service department of Bell Mobility. This included new IRAs in 2011. I'm just letting you know, okay? So the information is there. It's right here. So please feel free to freeze, to pause, and read, okay? So here is diagram. So we were reduced only 13%. Yeah, this is Bell Wireless, 13% in 2012. Okay. Okay. So here it moved. It offset, as they did say. It moved from 55 to 56 because guess what happened? Our jobs were out. The customer service jobs were outsourced. It was sent overseas, but as I said, my department could not go overseas. So I guess they even hired more people, or maybe acquired more within more people within Canada. So with the layoff and the hirees, things were offset. So it shows that there was an increase from 55 to 56. Okay, please feel free to read. 2013 to 2014, no assistance provided. I was denied the following positions because of management. Daniel Corbin and Charmaine included are two of several opportunities denied by mobility. 2013 and 2014. Okay, I job shadow. I would like to sit in with the finance department to see what they do and all that, because I needed 2 years experience, to become a chartered accountant. When I finish my studies, if I do not get 2 years working experience, I cannot get my designation. So I'm trying. Management refused to assist me, so I had to try and find help within, right? Which I did. I did receive help. However, this particular sit-in was at Winford Drive, not on my location. So I did ask, and I was welcomed, yes, but they said there's a job freeze, but could I do hands off? Oh yeah, I would have loved hands on, not hands off, hands on. Sorry about that. I would have loved hands on, because this will give me experience, right? So I had to let Charmy know. Please see the email below, right? So this was October. See, October 30. This was October 4th, 2013. So this was October 21st. I sent the email to Charmaine. And then November, still no response. Please provide an update. And then time was going, and I had to ask. I had to contact the manager of the finance department, and I said, "There." So I said to her, after a few days, when I contacted Charmaine, I said, after a few days, I contacted finance department, CPA at Winford Drive, to inform her of the delay. It was when the manager stated, "Didn't your manager tell you?" She said, "No. My supervisor Charmaine and manager Danielle, right, did not contact me at any time about their decision. I did not pursue the matter any further." So I was denied. Okay. And I made another attempt again in 2014, but nothing came out of it. Performance report returned in 2013, but with a catch. I could no longer meet requirements. We were being set up to fail. Why? Because of the union. So here it's like, I am behind at risk. Oh well, my results weren't posted, but here is, I'm being told on my report that I am at risk. And then I said, how ironic, I could no longer meet requirements at work, being set up to fail. He said, I partially meet. In 2013, no results posted, but I am told I am behind. Okay. And here, this was a type of bullying. My results were not shown, but state that I was below the target in my productivity. Okay. They had already trained the reps across Canada. Therefore, new reps were in Alberta and Montreal were being trained to take over our position. In the meantime, Mobility was making sure that we were deemed incompetent come such time to be laid off or fired. So here it says Charmaine. This is Charmaine, who has given me all these good comments all along. Charmaine, she said, but you were below the target for productivity. Remember when there was 0% when I was helping another department? So these are the things that they will do to make sure that you fail. Okay. So, report. Please feel free to read. The Mobility's corporate department could not be outsourced overseas. Therefore, BC would have to find a new team. So it's the same thing I was communicating earlier. So here we're still at 13%. No one. We're still the rate remained consistent. Sorry, So here, nothing had changed. Okay. Performance plan was created in 2014. So now things working, things we can, my department, they can feel my department now. Employees who struggle in their work were placed at a performance plan for 2 months. If after 2 months and requirements were not met, we were fired from our job. Final. Okay, but before that, before I get into more details, this was my final year in college, 2014, and pursuing the Chartered Professional Accountant designation. I had to classes in the day. Before, this was a proof to show you that before I attended York University, I got part scholarship because I was working full time. If I was working full time, I would have gotten full scholarship. So I got part scholarship, and it would have taken me 5 years. I would have been taken off my route for CPA. It was CGA before, so it was a bit expensive, and it took me from my route of becoming a chartered accountant. So I had to find another way. I found another route. I went back to Sheridan because they did have that the classes for CPA, right? So I attended the classes, and I had to provide my work part time when I'm at school in the day. I had to work in my lunchtime to make up time, or make up time after work. Okay, so here, that's the proof in 2014 here that that I did well in my work, and I was nominated as one of the nominated for valedictorian, and I did not apply because there was too much going on at work. I had to save my job, so I did not apply. Yeah. And then 2014 was my final month at Sheridan. Within this month, I became a member of the Chartered Professional Accountant of Canada. So here it's showing back I was working by the time when I was at school, right? And then these are my results. So good. I had A's. Look at the subjects. This is towards my CPA. So this is my business administration accounting program. Okay, you notice all A's. When I get B's, actually, the subject is hard, and the teacher sometimes honestly do not know how to execute. They don't know how to teach the subject. So we have to try and figure it out on our own. But, yeah, when you see the B's, right. So, here, I didn't get the result as yet, but, you notice I just got 1, 2, 3, 4 B's out of 36 subjects. So 32 A's and 4 B's. Okay, some were B pluses. Yeah. Okay, so college graduate, high honors, and a member of the Chartered Professional Accountants of Canada, of Ontario, CPA. So here this was the final year, the business strategy game, and this was the final. I was a financial analyst for my team, and we came first in class. They gave us $0, and we have to open our own business and maintain it right throughout. Yeah, sales, production. As I said, I was a financial analyst, so we did very well, and we got A's. And here I got high honors, and this was the 15th day of August 2014. There I am. College was expensive, and I had to pay out of my pocket. I have to pay, using my credit card, actually. Sorry about that. And it was a lot. It was a lot, and I could not manage school and work because of what was going on at work. I had to cease school. This is proof that I was a part of the Chartered Professional Accountant of Ontario, right? This is May 2018. I was not in school. Okay. 2 years later, mobilities plan were materialized. New corporate contracts. This team were located in Montreal. It was now time to act, since those who were a part of the union shouldn't have been laid off in 2012. A performance plan was introduced in 2014. Employees who were not meeting requirements were placed on a performance plan and were given 2 months to improve. If no improvement, employees were fired. Just want to say to you that unions, I weighed my pros and cons before I sign up. I actually signed up the last day of joining the union. I actually signed up the last day because I know I was being held back. I realized I was discriminated against. That was why, although I'm in a different position, I knew definitely that I am not gonna achieve my goal while there. I felt it. And I think I did make mention. I tried. I think in a slide coming up, I tried to apply outside but I didn't get a response because this was my first known job within Canada, and I didn't have any other experiences. So this job pays well. That's why I stayed on. It pays well. So while I was doing school, it was paying the bills. My job, that is, the rate was good. So I couldn't just leave because I would have, you know, it would not have been good for me. I had to make a good decision to stay so that my bills are covered, my bill payments, and also that I could pay my credit card when I have to go to school, when I have to use to pay for tuition and books, right? Anyway, I had to cease attending school to save my job. I wanted to sabotage my work again and attempted to place a performance plan on my records. Yeah. So please feel free to read this. A performance plan is supposed to be for 2 months. Although I was in school, management did not take this in consideration. The made up time after hours was affecting my job, my work. So although I would go to school in the day, I would make up time after work, and it's not measurable. It's only measurable between the time you started working in the morning till 5 o'clock. So anything after 5 o'clock for me would not be accounted for, and that affected me. So although my supervisor knew, I was placed on a performance plan. Can you imagine, right? Yeah. So I realized my it says here, informed my supervisor, but found that the challenges I faced did not matter to management. I was placed on a performance plan in August for 2 months. Okay. This was the target. I extracted the information so you can see clearly. Three measurements. The target for the first one 97, second measurement 97, and the third measurement was the productivity. They said productivity carried the most weight. So although I'm doing well, notice my results for this productivity, they said, and I didn't fail. As I said, my work after 5 o'clock were not accounted for. So mid-year, it's showing that I was under. Okay. I was told that I would be placed on a performance plan for failing productivity for the year 2014. I provided proof of the cases which were deliberately missing from my productivity so as to fail me for the year. I found this during my investigation in January. I was told by management that the missing cases should have been brought to their attention within the months they occurred. I was told by management that December was an off season, so although I provided results for December, it was not included. So these are proof. I was providing to my supervisor to say that things were missing. this was a performance plan. They say still wants me on the performance plan. Went to HR, and HR just said, HR spoke in a meeting with us, went to my manager, and then went back to my supervisor, and to say that, management said, although I have proof, she still wants me on a performance plan. She had an intent, eh? So here, just to show you one of my calculation that was I presented, yeah, right? It shows here, I did 42 cases. They had less, eh? And so they said the target was 35, right? It shows here in October, right, that I had 42 cases. This was extracted from another way from the system, and this is productivity extracted from the system, and it still shows at the end of the day that I did 42 cases, and 42 divided by the total number of hours worked, I got 0.36, which works out to be 0.36 cases, which is above the target per day. Okay, so they said that I failed the year end by 3.1, by just 0.04, just by 0.04, eh? And I was gonna be placed on a performance plan, above target, under target by just 0.04, and they were planning on giving me placing on a performance plan. This is again one of the positions. During the year I applied for positions, and by the way, when you're on a performance plan, please feel free to read. When you're on a performance plan, you cannot provide for another position elsewhere or within the department. You cannot. So you see, they knew that I was on my final leg for school, and I needed the experience. And what did they do? They tried to set me up by putting me on a performance plan. And when you're on a performance plan, you cannot apply for another department. I did not know that I did not know that I was being set up that way at all. I didn't realize it. Okay. The financial report for 2014 reduced by 1%, and reason because this time people were leaving, meaning either got fired or either resigned. Okay, it's mentioned here. All right, so there was a reduction. Okay, those movements were annulled due to the hiring and firing, which did not reflect in the mobility result. It did not reflect. Sorry, I'm trying to go as fast. 15. Sabotage of my work continues. Oh my God. Management tried to place a performance plan on my file in January after they stated I failed the year 2014 by 0.4. By 0.04. Sorry about that. I did not agree with management, therefore I did not sign it, because I provided, as I made mention, I provided the information, and they still tell me that they want me on a performance plan, right? I did not want this because I need to get into finance, right? So bullying in the workplace. If you can read this, please read, and it will tell you what this company has been doing. It says it even made mention of it spreading malicious. That happened to me in the past, and then I just want to undermining or deliberately impeding a person's work, and that's what they were actually doing, constantly changing work guidelines. That's what they were actually doing. That's why people couldn't keep up, but I was keeping up with them. Assigning unreasonable duties or workload which are unfavorable to one person. Yes, they were doing that to me, giving me all the hard work to do. Yeah. Anyway, please feel free to read the various. Yeah, I can identify that Bell Mobility was a bully. There's bullying in the workplace. So sorry. I am looking out for my just to make sure that I'm identifying there's a problem. I bring it to their attention. That's what they said. If I brought it to their attention, they could have fixed it. So anything, I choose my battles. As I said to my friends, I don't escalate everything. They told us all to do it anyway. They told us all to do it. If there's a discrepancy, we can challenge, right? So I'm not the only one, right? But I choose my battles. If it's something that's going to really put me under, I will have to challenge it. If it's something that will keep me on par or above, then I have to challenge it, because if I don't, I will go. They will put me under as if I fail, like what they did in saying that I failed 2014, right? So here it shows that I'm above the results. I'm above target. Here in February, it shows that I'm above target. Okay, target, results. All right, this is February. In March, see here, it shows again. This time around, it moved from 0.35, that's the target, to 0.4 in March. So I was still above the target. So target, result. So in April, target, result. It's still saying 0.4, and this has been my result. Okay, this is productivity. Then it's strange, because here now in May it is still showing 0.4, right? But I was calculated at 0.45. Here it is, mid-year, 0.45. I'm just wondering, was the other team calculated like that, or just me? I don't know. But just that I'm noticing that I knew that it would change to 0.45, but here is still showing 0.4. So if you see, notice I was at 0.48. If I was below, if I was like 0.44, I would have failed. Although this says 0.4, if I was 0.44, I would have failed, because this is 0.40. Okay, this is my mid-year report. So in June, this is what they did now. They couldn't fail me, right? Because I'm above the target, right? So what they did, my ranking, I should have showed you the rank. I should have showed you the rank previously. I will show you going forward. But my rank should have been, you see, I'm getting payout here. That means that my rank, I could be maybe first out of 33. I could have been fourth out of 33. I could be maybe 6 out of 33. But here, my ranking doesn't reflect what it should, what I actually did well, right? I pointed it out to my supervisor, spoke with her, but it wasn't corrected. But here now, I'm going to meet with her in June, and she's going to tell me I successfully completed a performance plan. Performance plan are only for 2 months. Now, from January to June, this is 6 months. So they were changing the target each time for the productivity. They changed it was 0.35, then they move it to 0.4, they move it to 0.40, and then they move it to 0.45, right? And they had me on for 6 months when I'm doing well. I'm above the target from I've been above the target every time since January. Please go back if you like. Just go back and look at it. Okay, so because here it is. It shows here February to March. This performance plan supposed to be finished in March on March 13, 2015. They had me on till June. So this is another bullying. I was surprised when I received a congratulatory letter that I had completed my performance plan. 6 months later, I wasn't aware that I was on a performance plan since I did not sign in agreement with the deception in January 2015. I was above target for the department every month because I monitored my work. It did not make a difference. I was above target for 6 months, but management still placed a performance report on my employee's file. Remember, as I said, when you're on a performance plan, you cannot apply for positions in other departments. I did not know that I was on a performance plan still. I did not sign anyway in January when I was presented with the form. When I was presented with this form, I did not sign. But here, the reason why I'm concerned because this is June, okay? June. All right. So please bear that in mind. The congratulatory letter was June 2015. Okay, so here now it shows I'm on track. Yeah, all of a sudden now, all of a sudden, because I was monitoring my work, right? Above target, above target, above target, above target. The above did not matter, okay? To management, they just did what they feel like doing. So okay, we're talking about the ranking here. So it will show you I have been above the ranking. This is July, and they changed the target now to, again, 4 times now in the year, to 0.55. But thank God I was able to be above the target. Yeah. So this is I was ranked 15 out of 33, and let's look at the ranking here. I'm above out of 33 workers, okay? And this is my payout. I get out of the bucket, they will call it, my payout. So here, this was August, and here it shows that it's still 55 August, and I was above the target, and this was my ranking. Still above, okay? And I got paid out 24%, 12%, yeah. Okay, yeah, I got it enlarged. So in my quality, I came second. It was 33. I'm not sure why they have 23 and 21 here, but yeah, it's supposed to be 33. Okay. And then in September and October, it still shows that it was 55, and this is my ranking. Oh yes, I think some people got laid off, and some people were taken onto another team. Some people were being taken. Yes, that was a reason, and I will explain to you. I will try not to be long. They were taken on onto other teams while I'm there above target. Okay, above target. Okay, performance report. I had to monitor my work, as I told you. I was always above target and all that. This is a comment for my year. This is mid-year. This is my mid-year result, and if you notice, it says you're ranked 13th out of 13th out of the 33 persons anyway for my mid-year. Okay. So for my year end, I was ranked 10.27, which is 11th of 31 agents. Okay, here it is. If you notice, January to November. Okay, so here it's give you a bigger view. It says congratulations, Dylan, on having a successful year. You have made all your KPIs and have succeeded in your new renewal quality. Great job, And to talk about, I'm confident that with your continued focus, you will be successful at any goal you set for yourself in 2016. Okay, rank 13th in mid-year, rank 11th. I think it's same position, because just two persons left, and I was just down to. I just think this was still incorrect, eh? But you know, I didn't fail, so I choose my battles. Other events throughout the year 2015. Employees on a performance plan, as I said, are ineligible to apply for other positions within the company. I was unaware that I was placed on a performance plan, especially for 6 months. I applied for finance department and adjustment auditor positions in 2015. Um, so some of many job applications made within the year. I informed my supervisor that I acquired at least 2 years job experience in finance and accounting to complete my designation. I did inform her. So here it shows revenue assurance. I applied for this position. I applied for this position in May 2015. I told you to pay attention when I got that letter. When I got that letter, congratulatory letter, it was June 2015. I applied for the finance. So it was so deliberate, that I wouldn't get this position, but not knowing as yet, eh? Okay, so this is showing you that I applied also for another position, right? Within finance. Okay, another position within finance. Two of several opportunities in Nigeria mobility. I got called for one of the positions. First opportunity was revenue assurance, finance department. So this is one of the positions I applied for. I was finally called for an interview. Oh, by the way, in applying for previous department, I was told by management that anyone who applying for other departments must come through them first. First time I used to apply and I used to get called, then I'm in the final two and then I don't get it. I wouldn't get the job, right? So management said whenever you're applying for a department, we should let them know. I was the only one who was really applying, right? And I had to, but whenever I do, I didn't get any call. So this time around, I decided not to let them know to see what happens. So after many years of not getting a call, I did get a call this time. It was a phone interview first. And if you're successful the phone interview, that they call you for the face-to-face interview. I was successful in the phone interview, and this was done in June. Okay, June. So the second interview was face-to-face, and then it was also a success, right? I didn't realize that there were actually 300 candidates. I found that out in 2017, that there were 300 candidates because I inquired. I didn't understand why I didn't get the position, right? So June 2015. So in August 2015, I was selected as one of the final two for the position. During the interview, I answered all the questions that were related to the business, which is Bell Canada. It was very easy because I have assisted the department for several years, and also the fact that my contracts desk department liaison with also the finance department, so I could answer the behavioral questions, and we had a good meeting. The interviewer, which I also knew because, as I said, I've assisted the department a few times, right? The interviewer said that the company was actually looking for someone within who already knew the business. This is what she actually told me. Outside candidates had applied, right? And she was pleased knowing that the company wasn't looking to train someone. They were actually looking for someone who were already within. I sent an appreciation letter, that was nice meeting you again and all that. Please feel free to pause and okay. So here, as I said, I was selected as a final two, and I needed to do an exam. They said that I am down to just two candidates, and in order to assist me to make my final decision, I will be assigning a task that you will need to complete within a given period of time. So that's now when I had to go to Charmaine. I went to Charmaine and told her that, I said I received 2 interview tasks from Deborah, right, to complete it today. So I asked her for the time and that I will make up the time the following day that I took from work to do this task. Okay. Finance department denied. Position awarded to outside candidate. Please feel free to pause and read. Oh my, because she said, she said, the interviewer that is, I made their decision very challenging. There's a reason I guess she said that, because it says here, first of all, I wanted to thank you for your patience regarding the interview process, as I know this took longer than anticipated. Then she said, at this time I have made my final decision, and after much consideration I have chosen the external candidate. I wanted to let you know, Delane, that you really impressed me with your thoughtful responses, as it made my decision very challenging. Wow. Yeah. The outside candidate, the one that they have to train, when I already had 17 years of experience at the company. How malicious. How malicious. I know it wasn't her. You see, I wasn't sure if it was manager to manager or Charmaine told the manager. I'm not sure what happened there, but several attempts made over the years to job shadow to sit in finance, and these are like several attempts. These are a lot. They're underneath there, for accounting. I wanted to get back in that field. I did that accounting. I had experience from Jamaica, right? A few of them in the job application made in previous years inform management yearly that I required at least 2 job experience in finance, but no, I was ignored, right? So here it goes, revenue assurance, 2000 January, October, February 2011, January 2023, accountant, and January 2014, right up 2014, 2015. I didn't apply for this position. I was discouraged at this point in time. Yeah, I did not apply. I made several employment applications to other companies outside of Bell over the years, but did not receive. I was explaining earlier on, I did not receive a response because I did not have any Canadian experiences as per the information I had provided on my resume. This was one of the reasons why I stayed so long at Bell, ability to finish school and to at least gain experiences within their finance accounting department. Bell Mobility's salary rate was excellent compared to other companies. Therefore, it paid the bills while I attended school. As I explained earlier, take an opportunity adjustment auditor position, May 2015. So both I applied May 2015, and here they had me still on a performance plan. That's why I could not apply for the section. However, this adjustment auditor position was with Charmaine and Daniel Corbin. Yeah, right? It was an auditor position, and I was qualified for the position. I did not want to apply for the position because I did not want to be under Charmaine or Daniel anymore. But because my skills weren't being utilized, everyone encouraged me. I was encouraged to apply. I actually applied on the last day. And what happened? I applied, and I applied here, right? Adjustment auditor. And I did auditing in the past, adjustment report and all that. And unfortunately, I wasn't called for an interview. I was not called. It says applied for the adjustment auditor position. I was not called for an interview, but my own supervisor, Charmaine, all right, but after 2 weeks was asked to assisted the team between May 2015 to November 2015. So they only needed 3 people as per the application, adjustment auditor, right? But only 4, but they took 4, they took 1 extra person. All right. Okay, adjustment auditor position denied, but after 2 weeks later, I was asked to assist the team. That I mentioned before. So this is just to show you here. It says one of many. I assisted the team. I assisted the team. This is November anyway, but yeah, I assisted the team, and just to show you that I was assisting the team on loan. I'm on loan. Okay. In this case now, as remember I was telling you that when it shows like I came 1 out of 22, the team was being reduced. My team was being reduced because they were taking on people from within my department, Charmaine and Daniel, that is, onto their new team, right? And although I'm assisting the team, they're taking on these others to train them while I'm assisting the team. Yeah. How strange can that be, right? Then the next thing, they said, oh, 1 more position is left. If there's an opportunity to add 1 more agent in the near future to the adjustment audit team. If you are interested to join now or maybe later on, please reply to me today and let me know of your intentions. So I did not apply because one of Charmaine's friend, right, was on maternity leave. I overheard her. Beautiful person. There were 3 persons here. They needed 3 positions and 1 position was left. The 3 persons here, they and I get along. It has nothing really to do with them. It's all about management. You understand the discrimination where I am concerned. They did not want me to be a part of their team. So what they did, they asked Charmaine asked her friend to come in, cut her maternity leave short. Yeah. I overheard her telling one of her friends that the person came early from maternity leave, just sit across from me, and I overheard her on the phone telling one of her friends that, oh yeah, she came in early because they want her to train for the position. So when my supervisor is asking, hypocrisy here, asking us, the team, to apply for that 1 position, she already knew who she had. So I did not apply because the same person who came in early from maternity leave got the position. Okay. And that can be proven. That can be proven. All right. 15 financial report. Right. In 2015, there was an increase in mobility employees from 12% to 30%. One of the reasons I could identify was that new reps were added and trained in the corporate department Montreal, while there was a hiring freeze in Central Region. In 2016, although the number of employees remained constant, it was a shuffle between departments. So, 2015 they were taking on others. Shuffled within the department, but they're taking on others in the meantime, out west and east Montreal. Okay, there were other postings which I did not. This posting here just to prove to you that they were taking on contracts desk reps in 2015. They took 2 on. You see, in Dorval is Quebec, Montreal. Okay, so here they increased to 30. So here, I can speak to this. Please feel free to freeze and read this. Yeah, it's just how sometimes I'm a detailed person. So I don't know why they didn't make mention of certain movements that they made. So please feel free to review. All right, I did make my comment on this, but it was 12% here in 2014, and 2015 it rose to 13%. The scriptures, can't do without my scriptures. Isaiah 43 verse 16 to 21, and Isaiah 41 9 to 14. And the first scriptures read thus. This is from the King James Version. Thus saith the Lord, which maketh a way in the sea and a path in the mighty waters, which bringeth forth the chariot and horse and the horse, the army and the power. They shall lie down together, they shall not rise. They are extinct, they are quenched as tow. Remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and waters in the desert. The beasts of the field shall honor me, the dragons and the owls, because I give waters in the wilderness and rivers in the desert, to give drink to my people, my chosen. This people have I formed for myself. They shall show forth my praise. Isaiah 41, read thus, verse 9. Thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant. I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Thou shalt seek them, and shalt not find them, even them that contended with thee. They that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. For I, the Lord thy God, uphold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy. This is one of my favorite songs. Jesus, hold my hand. In this land, Jesus, hold my hand. I'll just sing a verse and a chorus. As I travel through this pilgrim land, there is a friend who walks with me. Lead me safely through the sinking sand. It is a Christ of Calvary. This would be my prayer, dear Lord, each day to help me do the best I can. For I need thy light to guide me day and night. Blessed Jesus, hold my hand. Blessed Jesus, hold my hand. Yes, I need thee every hour. Through this land, this pilgrim land, protect me by thy saving power. Hear my plea, my feeble plea. Lord, dear Lord, look down on me. When I kneel in prayer, I hope to meet you there. Blessed Jesus, hold my hand. I put the YouTube link there, so please feel free to copy and listen. All right, please review part 2, damages, mobility, MANULIFE, insurance, medical system, WSIB, systemic racism. Please go on to part 2 of 3. I'll try not to be long. Okay, thank you for your time. Thank you, thank you, thank you.